Good morning, everybody. Rodney here. Hope everybody's doing well. I know there's nobody in the chats except, well, there are a few. There were a few. Chris, Real Boy FPV's in there. Lance Cadena, good morning. Dean, good morning. Crystal Justice, good morning, girl. How you doing? And speaking of Dean, let me go ahead and bring him in. Good morning.
Morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, brother?
Pretty good for an old fart.
Oh, well, I know what you mean, brother. I
I'll
do.
turn 80 in March.
Is that right?
Yep.
I turned 70 in like a week from Monday,
Oh, cool.
the 11th. I guess that would be 2 weeks from Monday.
Yeah.
So, Stephen Drones, good morning. While Dennis was singing, I was printing. I got me a 3D printer. I know you guys can't see. This is an XT30 cover
Cool.
with a little string hanging off my finger. AC Drone Dude, David, good morning. Flying Flynn Media, John, good morning. Crystal, I hope Eric is doing okay. So, and here comes one of our Australian contingent.
Yeah.
What's
Morning,
up, Peter?
Peter?
Morning, Rodney. Morning, Dean. How's things going?
Pretty good.
How about yourself?
Yeah, doing good, thanks.
Yeah, I forgot to send a link to Dominic, but I haven't seen him in the chats this morning, so
Okay.
I imagine he's probably asleep. I know
Yeah, if
it's
he's smart,
kind of late for him.
If he's smart, he's probably asleep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Are
1
you
o'clock,
Are
1
you
in the
trying-
morning here. Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, you're not very smart.
Oh, that's true. You figured that out, have you?
Well, I kind of suspected it all along, but
Oh, well.
I mean,
Yeah, the truth is out there now.
it is. And you know what? We still love you, brother.
Oh, it's good to hear.
So Dean, what you got planned for today?
Oh, I'm going to go down and start doing some stuff to cover up my water well so it won't freeze this winter.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you need to get that done.
Yeah, I had spent $11,000 on it getting it reworked last year. The galvanized pipe in there got a hole in it.
Oh no.
So what they do now is they put in some real heavy schedule PVC with stainless steel couplers, and that cost me a fortune because my water pump is 800 feet down.
Wow.
Wow.
But anyway, I got that all paid off. It's all working, so I'm happy. I just have to go and where the pipes come out of this cement, I've got to put some insulation on it and cover it up for the winter so it won't get frozen.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Are you expecting some bad weather?
Not right away, but I want to get it done before it gets here.
Well, yeah. I mean, obviously, you should get it done at any time, but a lot of people they wait until it's too late.
Yeah.
And I know you're probably not one of those kind of guys.
No.
So
I try to do things ahead of time.
I am notorious for waiting until it's too late.
Yeah, good morning to everyone in chat. Didn't say that before, but...
Oh, yeah. I don't see anyone in the YouTube chat. Well, maybe because I need to pop it out here. That's why.
Yeah. Definitely some there.
Yeah, I see it. I tried to get things pre-staged.
Yeah.
So when Dennis was done, I'd be ready to pop right in there.
Morning, Dennis.
Good morning, Dean.
Hi, Dennis.
Yeah, Rodney.
I got busy doing 3D printing stuff and just ignored everybody.
How can that happen, Rodney?
Especially that Dennis Lovelady character.
Well, I know how that can happen.
So, Copper State Ariel, good morning.
Hey, Mike. Let's see if
Marky,
Rodney.
good morning. So I didn't realize your family was on a cruise, brother. Dennis?
Yeah, they. That's why I went to Miami last weekend. Was to
Oh, okay.
see them. Well, kind of, sort of see them off. It didn't work out because I had the date that they were going to sail wrong, and I came back the day that they sailed, and I wasn't able to see them off.
Oh, no.
Where was the cruise
seen
going
that.
to?
I'm sorry,
Where did the cruise go to?
Bahamas.
Oh, okay.
It was just a local.
Right.
They leave.
thing, but,
They leave out of Florida.
Yeah, out of Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, up here, for any of you that have the old Mavic 2 Pro or Mavic 2 Zoom, they originally said they weren't going to fix them for remote ID, but I got a notice yesterday or software update to do remote ID. And I updated it and I put it up in the air, and there's a little program called Drone Scanner that will scan for drones in the vicinity and put up their information. And it does broadcast remote ID now. I guess they figured there's so many of those out in the field, they decided they would go ahead and fix them where they could do it.
Great. Now here's a big sticking point. I wasn't aware of this drone scanner. You said it shows.
Yeah, it's an app you can get on your phone. You just fire it up, and it'll look for any drone broadcasting information in the
So
vicinity.
what information does it share with you?
It puts up the ID number. It also puts up latitude, longitude, distance from you, height, and various other things. It's a really neat little program.
But does it say who you are?
It doesn't say who you are, but it shows the drone's identity. There's a big long identifier number that comes up when it's broadcasting.
I'm sure that's true. Yeah, it's probably a UUID of some sort.
Yeah, I had tested that on my Mavic 3 because it was automatically ready, and then after the update, I tested it on the Mavic 2 Pro, and it does the same thing. So I'm happy about that, because on my old original Mavic Pro, I had to buy a little remote module to put on it to broadcast that, to make it legal for me to fly it.
Gotcha.
And those are not cheap. They're about $100 and something a piece. You just stick them on the front of the top of the drone and turn them on, and they do the same thing. They broadcast the stuff. But
Interesting.
I thought I was going to have to get another one for this one until that software came out. Now I don't have to.
So do you use Velcro? I mean, is it?
Yeah, the little modules come with two or three little things of Velcro, and you stick one on the drone on the front, very front, and then you stick one on the bottom of the module, and it sticks really good. You got to really pull it.
Really, at the front? I can't remember the Mavic Pro that well, but the props don't touch the.
No. And it doesn't own any. It doesn't own any of them for some reason. So, and it doesn't interfere with the GPS or anything else. You just charge them up with a little Type-C charger.
That's the reason you have to put it up front, because that GPS is kind of in the middle underneath that battery. Yeah.
But once it's charged up, you flip it on, and it will flash as it's acquiring satellites. And then once it gets the satellites, it comes on steady and it's ready to go.
Interesting. How long does that take?
To charge it up, or
for it to acquire its satellites?
It just depends on where you are and how many satellites are around. It doesn't take very long, maybe 5-10 seconds at the most.
Oh wow!
Good morning, Joe Fodolio. We got Stephen Drones in the house. We got Bent Rail Productions. Like I said, Joe Fodolio's in here. Flying Flynn Media. I'm so behind. Let me get caught up here.
I'm so behind. Is that somebody new? I'm so behind.
Yeah. You're funny. Barkley, good morning.
I should make a channel by that name before somebody else does.
No doubt. Alex Escardo, good morning. Okay, I think I got everybody now. AZ Drone Dude. Yeah, I think I got everybody now. Oh, Frank Rizzo, Jody, good morning. All right. They're pushing developers to move toward.
Got Jerry Franks here now too.
Oh, Jerry Franks, good morning. Blind
Blind
Neil
Neil.
popped in. Good morning. Chris Hope, good morning.
Yeah, morning, Chris.
Let's see, what does Alex, did you guys see the announcement from DJI that they are pushing developers to move toward Android as DJI will drop support for Apple devices? Oh.
I bet I know why, because all the smart controllers are Android.
Are they? Okay.
Yeah. So that's probably why they did it. They just didn't want to do support for different devices.
Yeah, that's I think they're going to see a lot of people complain about that one.
Yeah, probably.
I know our friend Dennis Lovelady uses Apple product for.
I do, yeah, and I frankly can't see DJI pulling that off successfully. But we'll see. I am certainly not one to follow rumors or to guess what somebody will or will not do. It just I can't see that being successful. That's all.
I like I said, I can't see it being successful either. They're going to have a whole bunch of customers complain.
Yeah, probably more than half of their customers actually use Apple.
Yeah,
I wouldn't doubt it. Apple,
I was really surprised when Apple quit using that Apple specific connector for charging their devices and finally went to a Type-C connector.
Finally, with the iPhone 15, yes, it took them so long.
I know.
And they have this is Apple, and it has USB-C.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But that's iPad Pro.
Yeah,
and that's the only USB-C that they've had for ever.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, my wife's new iPad uses a USB-C, I believe, but my MacBook Pro uses a USB-C as well.
Yeah.
So I was happy to see that.
Yeah. Yeah, Steve Jobs probably rolled over in his grave when that happened, but there are times when arrogance just gets in the way. That was one of them.
So Lance says you sent him an instant 360 case, I guess.
I can turn that around. I can make another one that's turned around for you, Lance. That's not an issue at all. So I'll do that. Which one do you like? You can tell me we don't need to bother these people with it, but just tell me which one of those two you like. We'll do another one.
Looks like Chris is a Apple fan.
Chris is an Apple fan.
Well, see, and the thing about it is I'm an Android fan, and I say an iPhone is evil. Or is the devil.
Well, Android is not the devil, but it certainly comes from it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, must admit I'm on Chris's side.
You're what?
I'm on Chris's side. I'm an Apple user, so
Yeah.
Well, the only reason why, to be honest with you, the only reason why I've stuck with Android for so long is because I have so many apps that I've invested in that I paid money for.
Purchased apps, yeah.
And if they were transferable to an iPhone, I would go back. I would go to an iPhone in a heartbeat. However, I'm not going to lose those apps and that money, because I want to switch to an Apple product.
Yeah.
I've got a MacBook Pro, which is good enough for me right now. So, and I have an iPad as well.
Yeah.
So.
I have an old Samsung Galaxy S8 phone, and it started hanging up intermittently, and I looked up to try to find out why. And it said, your memory is probably full. And it probably was, because I've been taking pictures like crazy and movies and stuff. And so I started deleting a bunch of them out, and it hasn't hung again since.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Well, when I fly my Mavic Air 2, I use I can't find it now, but I kept my old S10, Galaxy S10.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, it's a Galaxy Note S10. I kept it, and I use it to fly with.
Yeah, my little Mavic Mini, I use an old Galaxy S6 that I had that it was, I don't know, it was one of the kind that wouldn't get on the internet for some reason. It was like an international version, and it wouldn't get on the internet here, and so I just retired it. But it works fine for flying that little Mavic Mini. So when we go on motorcycle trips at the beginning while we're waiting for people to show up, I'll put that Mavic Mini up and do an AZ recorder. And as I'm walking around talking on the phone, it records everything people are saying, and it looks like you're talking on the drone, which doesn't have a recording device. And then when I get done, I take the audio from the one where I'm walking around and add it to the good quality video on the drone. And people say, "How'd you do that?"
What I like about Android, I mean, one of the things that I really, really like about Android is its price point. You don't have to pay for all those license fees and so on.
Yeah.
I bought this. This is Android. I bought this little guy, and it's the one I run my chat watcher on this.
Oh, okay.
And, I didn't want to spend a lot of money, so I bought this, and it's a nice size, as you can see, and it has a great, display and so on. It cost me like $125.
Wow.
It's not Samsung. I didn't want Samsung because of all the bloatware.
Yeah.
But, great tablet. This is from Lenovo, the company that used to be IBM. They used to make IBM, or they were the company that manufactured the IBM tablets and that.
Yeah.
They make good devices.
They still make the ThinkPad. What did you say, Peter?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, Dean?
I said they make good devices. Those Lenovo's are good.
Yeah, and that's good that they don't have all those licenses fees and they don't have all that bloatware and so on.
Yeah,
so I like it a lot.
Hey, I want to say good morning to God Bless America. Good morning, Ronnie, and Jim's droning. Good morning,
Ronnie, Jim.
Let's see, Jerry Franks. Did I say good morning to you, Joe Fodoleo? If I didn't, good morning. If I did, good morning again.
I think you did.
I think you did. You mentioned his name at least twice.
Yeah.
Which I thought was overkill since you only mentioned mine once.
Yeah.
Well, Dennis Lovelady.
That's
happy.
That's enough. That's too much.
No, it's overkill. So while you were singing, Dennis, I was printing.
What's that?
Did you print a microscope so you can see it?
No, I wished I had though. This is an XT30 connector cover.
Oh yeah.
For that.
Right.
See how that goes on there?
Yep, I do.
Now I got to get one and print some for the balance leads. Rodney loves him so, Joe. So Barkley, were you listening to Dennis while you were printing? Yes, actually I was. So you didn't get me, Barkley. Of course, I had to turn the volume up on my computer because the printer got loud, which the fans were going crazy, so it must have been too hot.
Really? Your printer gets loud? Mine never does.
Well, it's got like 10,000 fans in it, and when they all come on at the same time, the noise level increases by 3,000 decibels.
Did you see Jim's droning's comment?
No.
The reason I use the headphones with the microphone is my camera on the computer sitting right next to my real high-speed computer, and when the fans came on, people were complaining about it sounding like a jet engine. So I got the microphone on me now, and it's quieter. You don't hear it.
Yeah.
So Jim's droning. Let's put that to the test. Dennis Lovelady. See, didn't work. False news, fake news, fake news. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
Jim Joning.
That's where that came from. I knew it sounded somewhat familiar, but I couldn't remember why. Now I know. Oh well, sorry to disappoint you. I'm all sung out.
I bet you are, man. You went quite a long time.
I didn't. It felt like a long time, but I don't know. I mean, I've been singing so much.
It was an hour, and I think about 40 minutes.
Oh yeah, that's a long time.
Yeah. You very rarely go over an hour and a half.
Yeah.
M Drone 1.
Hey, Mark.
Mark Fisher. Good morning.
Anyway, one more plug. We have our Christmas program tomorrow. It would be great if you watch it on replay or live, whatever. But
send me the link in the chat when you get a chance. You don't.
I can send a link to the channel. I don't have a. I'm not privy to the. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Just ignore me. Copy this. Select and copy. There we go.
Yeah, Mark, you have a good day, brother. Thanks for stopping by and saying howdy.
Yeah, morning, Mark.
There it is. I'm not I'm not on the team that sets up these live streams. So
okay.
So I don't have a link to the live stream itself, only to the channel.
Well, if you can send that would work.
Actually, I think that link that I did send is a link to whatever live is current.
Yeah, it actually, I just went to it and it actually says waiting for First Baptist Church, Peachtree City.
Yeah, okay.
July 16th, 2023 at 9:25 a.m.
Well, all right then.
It gets you there.
Let's just
our church has a live on Channel 12 on Sunday morning. They actually have a live program that's on TV, and we also live stream on both YouTube and Facebook at the same time.
Yeah,
okay.
Cool.
But
yeah, I don't think we do a TV station, but they do live stream on the website fbcpvc.org/watch-live, and I think they're also on Facebook. They're definitely on YouTube.
Yeah, we've been
Media, John. You have a good day, brother. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah,
we've been doing a live TV show for like, I don't know, nearly 40 years.
Whoa. I imagine those licenses are hard to get now.
Which?
Because they're to broadcast.
Oh, we just pay the TV station so much an hour. We get 58 minutes and 26 seconds. And we pay, I forget what we pay for it now, but it's several $1,000s. But it's part of it's paid for by the church, and part of it is paid for by donations, and so we don't have to pay for all of it. In fact, gotcha. I figured out when we first started with the number of viewers we had, we were paying about 25 cents per viewer. And now after all these years, we have so many more viewers, it's up to about 28 cents per viewer. So that's not bad.
Yeah.
But I'm the chief engineer down there, and I've been doing that. Next July will be 50 years I've been doing that.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. My hat's off to you. That's dedication there.
Every Sunday morning, I drive 35 miles from my house into town and turn on everything and get it ready well before time to go on the air.
Eat More Possum, good morning.
Hey, Eat More Possum. What's Eat More Possum's first name? I met him, and I don't know that I ever heard his first name. Isn't that crazy?
I want to say Mike, but I'm not sure. Maybe he'll tell us.
Anyway, eat more possum. I am so sorry that I'm socially inept. Rodney will tell you I'm completely inept when it comes to being social.
Unlimited Vertical says his first name is Eatmore. And Barkley says it's Brent.
Brent. That actually sounds right.
And maybe it is, yeah.
I think I did know that at one point. So sorry, Brent.
New England, good morning. Yeah, Brent. I know I think we met at Spin Up.
We met at Spin Up. Yes, we did.
Yeah.
So I'm socially inept. I have no social skills whatsoever.
I just have a hard time remembering names. I always have. Even back when I was young and my brain was really working well, which was rare to begin with.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I have the same problem. If everybody had a number, I could remember them.
Yeah, I can remember numbers very, very well. I can't speak, but I can remember numbers.
I'm lucky if I can remember to get up in the morning.
Yeah.
No worries, Fred. Rodney Bell. Yeah, see, Mike's like me. He's terrible with names. And Jerry Franks. Now, Jerry Franks is just bragging right now. I mean, he remembers his childhood phone number. The only thing I remember about my childhood phone number is it began with LU.
I remember and still use the numbers from my childhood phone number, which was 46. Originally it was North 1157, but then it got changed as 466-1157. But I still use that I still use that somewhere now. I just realized I'm on the internet, so oh well. I'll change it, I guess.
That's giving away your password there, didn't it?
Thank God, no, not the house, but something important.
Matt sent this.
He sent me a picture too.
Of his TV screen?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not a video file.
I wanted to join his show last night, but I was so beat after that rehearsal. We've never had a rehearsal go that long.
I don't know if I can make it bigger, but
I don't know what's he done here. This can't be good.
No. And I'll read you what he says. Let me. So he goes, got to get you lot back on the small screen. A lot easier on the eye that way. I think that was a slight, boys. I think he is cutting us down.
It sounds like it.
Wait a minute, Matt putting us down?
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to believe, right?
It is, yeah.
I think he's doing that.
Yeah, very unlike him.
Man speaks with forked tongue.
Yeah.
There you go. I just sent it to the wrong chat, but you'll get it.
5 years later, they tell you their name is John. I've done that too.
Joe Fodolio can tell you from firsthand experience that I have no social skills. Yeah.
Why is that?
Because when I first met him, I said, "Hey, Ken, how you doing?" True. That's the reason he calls me George Lovelady to this day.
Oh, that's okay. That's where that
came from.
Right, George. Barkley says, right, George. Oh. I ask that often as I don't even know my kids' numbers. So if something was to happen, I wouldn't even know their number.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank goodness for a contact list on your telephone.
Yeah,
cell
that's
phone.
right.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
I would definitely be lost without it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too. My
Yeah.
I just got a new pickup truck, and that thing is so damn smart. It's smarter than I am. It does. It dims and brightens the lights automatically and does it better than I can.
Yeah.
And it's got an active cruise control where it's got cameras everywhere. But say you're set at 65 miles an hour and you come up on somebody that's doing 50, you can tell it to set 3 different links to stay away, and it will slow down to their speed to maintain that, even if it has to put on the brakes.
Right.
And then if they speed up, it'll speed up. If they slow down, it'll slow down. And if they change lanes, it'll speed up and pass them automatically.
Yeah,
Really?
the last rental car I got, let's see, when was that? I guess that was back when my mom passed away. I got a rental car, and it would do that.
Yeah.
If you came up on a car, it would just slow down and back off a little
Yeah.
bit. It didn't maintain that speed until you decided to go around.
Yeah.
Now, it didn't automatically go around, but
Well, it will speed up to whatever you had set once they change lanes. You know,
Yeah.
if you've had it set to 65 and they're doing 40, they change lanes. It'll speed up to 65.
If they got out of your way, it would pick back up.
Yeah.
Do that, but
Yeah.
it wouldn't just automatically pass somebody.
Yeah. And my pickup truck also has a thing to stay in the lane.
Yeah, that's right.
It's got cameras on the side that watches the lanes,
Huh.
and it will turn the steering wheel and kind of keep you between the lanes. But if you happen to get too close to one side, that side of your driver's seat will start vibrating and let you know which side you're too close to.
Yeah. My Z4, which is a 2005, had an experimental version of that, and it can't be disabled, unfortunately. But what happens is it feels like that steering wheel gets locked into a position, right? So if you start to drift a little bit left or a little bit right, the steering wheel doesn't want you to correct for it. And so it feels like you're always fighting it. That's the only thing I hate about it.
Yeah, my steering wheel on that truck will actually correct and move it back over, even if
Yeah,
you want.
well, the Z4
going
was
around
in
the
an
curve.
early version, and it doesn't do that, or it doesn't do it enough for me.
Yeah.
But you're talking about that automatic passing. I had my car upgraded so it automatically passes everybody.
Well, this truck's got the 5-liter, 350 horsepower engine, and my old truck had that too. And the reason I like it is because if you're going straight and level, the engine will switch to 4-cylinder mode. And on straight and level running 70, even on my old pickup, I could get 29 to 30 miles to a gallon.
Wow.
And this new pickup at Thanksgiving, we went up to my kid's place up in Burnett, which is about 150 miles one way. And I was driving between 65 and 80, and that sucker got 24 miles to a gallon.
Wow.
What
You're
kind
not
of
pulling anything, just the truck, right?
Yeah, it's got a 6-speed transmission where the old one only had a 4, so that helps some too.
what
Yeah.
kind of truck is it?
It's a GMC Sierra
Oh, okay.
Texas edition. I had specific things I wanted when I went to the dealer. They had a bunch of discounts going, and I said, "This is what I want, and I don't want white and I don't want black. What do you got?" They said, "Well, we got a red one, and we got a blue one." And I said, "Are they the same?" And they said, "Well, the blue one's 4-wheel drive, and it's $4,000 more." And I said, "I'll test drive the red one." And so when we got done with all the discounts, they said, "Do you belong to Costco?" And I said, "Yeah." They said, "Show us your membership card, and we'll give you another $1,000 off,"
Wow, nice.
which was a good deal. But I love that pickup. Like I say, it's smarter than I am. It does so many things. It just one of the things that it's got that I really don't like is if you come up to a stoplight, for instance, and you sit there a while, you'll shut the engine off and start it back up when you take
Yeah.
your foot off the brake.
Yeah, I always,
And it's got a thing to disable it, but every time you get in it, it reverts back, and you have to disable it every time.
My Ford does the same thing.
Yeah, I
I
hate
disable.
that. But
I've got-
first thing I get in there, I disable it, and then I go
Me
ahead
too.
about my business.
That's the first thing I usually do. I remember the first time I ever drove a car that was like that. It was going to the very first spin up I went to.
Yeah, that was
Very
quite a
first-
while ago.
2019.
Yeah, because I think I went to that one. That's where we first met. In fact,
Yeah, that is where we first met. And I rented this car, and it was just a compact car. It's some Japanese car. I forget. It was Toyota or some Honda or something. But anyway, I pulled up to a stoplight, and the engine died. And I'm like, oh my God. And I'm turning the key, oh no. Oh no. And I let off the gas, and it shot forward. It started moving forward. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. And then I realized what it was.
yeah. My new pickup doesn't even have a key. It's just got a wireless thing you put in your pocket.
Is that right?
Yeah, and you press the start button. If you don't have your foot on the brake, it won't start. It'll tell you put your foot on the brake, and you do, and then it starts up.
Yeah. Oh.
So it'll start for anyone then?
No, not unless they have that key fob. It's a wireless thing.
Yeah.
If they don't have
It's
that
still a
key
key,
fob
but it just doesn't look-
within a certain distance of the pickup, it won't do anything.
Right.
Yeah.
There's still a key. It just doesn't look like one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't have it in my pocket right now, but it's just a
Understand.
little module about this big.
Yeah.
It's got lock and unlock and a couple other things on it you can do, or you can honk the horn if you're close enough so you can find it in the parking lot. But
Yeah. When I went to my granddaughter's wedding a couple of weekends ago, my daughter had rented a car for me, and I got a Dodge Charger. First time I ever drove a Dodge Charger, and it had that the keyless.
yeah, well, a lot of them are that way now. They just don't have a regular key.
Yeah.
Inside that thing, there is a key though, and I noticed the other day I was looking at the spare tire thing that drops it, and you got to have that key to drop the spare tire. It drops it motorized, but you got to have that key to put in there to drop it.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, when I got back to Maryland, or where I'd left my truck, I got in it, and I was trying to find the button. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm back in my truck. I love driving that Charger. I really, if I ever go back to buy a car, I'll probably buy a Dodge Charger because I loved driving it. It was such a good little car. And it wasn't.
Interesting.
It was considered a full size car, but according to the rental agency, but I loved it.
When we went to Los Angeles, we rented a Kia Soul, cheap car, right? But I pretty much fell in love with that. I decided if I ever need an inexpensive car, that's probably the way to go because it was much better at multimedia than anything I've owned before, for example, and that was many years ago.
I remember the first time I drove one of those Kia Souls.
Yeah.
And it was. I had to go on a business trip up to Bath, Maine, to the shipbuilders up there, and the rental car I got was one of those Kia Souls, and I always made fun of those cars because they look like boxes on wheels.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, they're not pretty.
And driving that thing, I'm like, man, this thing drives so good.
I know. I really enjoyed that. I truly did.
I mean, it didn't have any bells or whistles, but man, it drove good.
Yeah.
I got out and I took a picture of it and I sent it to my wife. I says, "Your husband's a hamster." Because their commercials, they always had the hamsters were driving the song.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, Ford Australia have just started importing the F-150s again here now. They're bringing out two models, and I think the cheapest one is about 115 grand Australian. And I think the only motor they're using, I think, is the V6 turbocharged motor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could have got mine with the V6 turbocharged motor too, but I do a lot of heavy duty hauling and stuff, and this thing came with a heavy duty trailer hitch installed and everything on it.
Cool.
That'd pull a fair bit of weight then.
Huh?
That'd pull a fair bit of weight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I one time had to take my Bobcat in for service, and that thing weighs 5,000 pounds, and so
Yeah.
I had to go and rent a tilt trailer, and you just back up on the trailer, and then it goes bonk, and you lock it down and put chains on it. But that thing weighs 5,000 pounds, and this
Corey Mano, good morning.
this
5,000 pounds.
and this has a special mode in the transmission where it will change the way it shifts so it'll stay in gear longer and then shift more positive, and it won't go into overdrive. It'll stay in a lower gear so you can pull that stuff.
Yeah.
That's a lot of weight. Did they do something to make it heavier?
What?
The 5,000 pound truck.
Oh, I don't know what it weighs, but I'm sure it's heavy. I mean,
Oh, I thought you said it weighed 5,000 pounds.
no, my Bobcat.
Oh,
I have a Bobcat we use out here on our property all the time, and I had to take it in. That it had a problem with one of the lift arms. It wouldn't go upright, and it was
Gotcha.
leaking oil. And so I had to take it to the Bobcat place to have them fixed, and that's like 35 miles from my house. And so I had to go and rent a heavy-duty tilt trailer.
yeah. Now
It pops down, and you could drive up on it, and then it would pop back down, and you could lock it in place and tie it down with chains.
Right.
You said that was a Sierra 1500?
Yeah.
So if it's a 1500 or like mine is a Ford F-150, that means the 1500 and the F-150 means they weigh 1,500 pounds. So
I don't know if that's true, but it could be.
I thought that was the cargo.
you know what? Let me look that up.
Yeah, I thought it was. What am I trying to say? Cargo limit or something.
Yeah. This silly truck has a 110 volt outlet in the center console and one in the trunk. You can only draw 400 watts out of it, but it has 110 volts AC.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay, I do stand corrected. I was way off.
It's a cargo limit, right? Or something like that.
No. How much is? Hang on. Yeah, it weighs 4,440.
Gonna say that's pretty short. Most cars weigh 2,000 or more.
Pounds. So you may be right. The 1,500 may be the weight limit.
Yeah, that may be all you can put in the back end of it in the cargo area.
Hi, Mike Miller. Thank you.
Mike Miller, good morning.
This truck has a shorter back end than my old truck, and so since it's 18 inches shorter, they put an extra 18 inches in the cab, and so we got a lot more space inside than I did on my old one.
Oh, nice.
Wow. Okay, so the new this says this is from Kelly Buick GMC. The new Sierra 1500 can handle up to 13,000 pounds with the four-wheel drive crew cab, short or standard bed, 6.2 V8 engine, max tailoring package. So how much can it weigh in the bed? The payload capacity is 2,070 to 2,200 pounds for a Sierra.
That's 1 ton.
Yeah, and this, the old my old truck had, after sitting in the sun for so many years, it had paint peeling on the top of the cab. They just had regular. I found out when I got some touch-up paint while everybody pulled out in front of me, though. That was called what was it called? It was called something. Illusion gray metallic. It was like you couldn't see it, but they put they had just regular paint with clear coat on it. This new truck has something called ceramic coat over the top of it, and it's not supposed to do that. I don't know exactly what they do or how they do it, but it's not supposed to ever peel or anything like that.
I don't know if it's still the case, but it used to be for the longest time. The car manufacturers had trouble with silver. Silver and light gray are hard colors to keep on the metal for some reason. They keep peeling off.
I'll be right back, guys.
G'day.
Uh-oh. Now we got to figure out something to say about him while he's gone.
Yeah, that's hard.
It's all been said before, I think, so we'll have to come up with something new.
But anyway.
Sure got quiet.
Yeah,
It did. I'm
Listen.
going to go get something from downstairs. I'll be right back.
This new truck also has heated seats and a heated steering wheel and all kinds of stuff on it that my other one didn't have.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Even in the back seats, they have heated seats.
Okay.
Yeah, yours is definitely a lot fancier than mine.
Yeah.
You sit in the back seat, which I never have completely down anyway, unless somebody is back there. You just don't get warm.
Yeah.
So I am putting these covers on my batteries. I'm really loving this printer.
What brand is it?
It's a Creality K1.
Yeah.
I bought a Creality Ender 3 from Brad. It's I don't think you can see it. It's right back there. And been having a lot of trouble with it. And I got to looking at printers, and Creality had this K1 on sale for $399. And it's normally $599. And I couldn't pass that up. Just couldn't pass it up. So
Yeah, there we go. Unlimited Vertigos just says he's been watching the stream in 144p for the last 45 minutes.
oh no. You should be able to get more than that.
Yeah.
I hope I have Lance's attention here. Can I use your channel for a minute, Rodney?
Yeah.
Okay, I have this this adapter, which is a GoPro mount, right? And it's just a GoPro to GoPro. The nice thing about this is, and it's really strong, I can put this in pretty much any position that I want to put up. Well, not any position, but there are, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14 positions, 13 positions this go into. And that might be just the trick for what you want to do, Lance. There's a 90-degree right there. I got this off of Amazon, and I can send you a link. But let me know if that's what you want, because this is metal and it's really, really strong, and it works really, really well. And like I said, I guess I can do this with my hand, but it eventually will tire me. It holds its position, is what I'm trying to say.
Welcome to Thomas O'Sullivan's joined us.
Tomas!
Haven't seen him for a while.
Must. Now I have something to play with. Click, 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 click. Put that over there so I don't bother you guys.
You just got a thumbs up from Chris on Cool Chat or Cool Kids Chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do stupid thumbs up now. I found this on the menu bar on the top of my computer here. It's had this green camera icon when the cameras are turned on. I didn't know what it was, and I just clicked on it yesterday. And apparently, it's a Google Chrome thing that gives you a few adjustments on your camera.
Oh,
Nice.
cool.
Is it?
Dean just moved, just
Yep.
like that.
I know. He's magical like that.
Wow,
He must have gone to Hogwarts.
he must have.
I'll just find it. It's,
That's just, I have a green screen, and so you can change the virtual backgrounds. There's some that come with StreamYard, like this one or this one.
there's
But
a thumbs up thing. See the
I have
thumbs up?
That's
I have a
Art's
bunch that I
place.
made. I have a bunch that I made.
Got a thumbs down thing.
San Antonio River Walk,
oh yeah.
some of my wildflowers.
We went
Stupid.
to San Antonio and we walked a large part of that river
Yeah.
walk.
Yeah, it's
I
pretty
was looking
popular.
for those umbrellas. I never found them.
You didn't?
No.
They're out in summertime because a lot of people eat out there under them.
We were there in August, pretty sure. Maybe
Yeah.
September. Yeah, but we just weren't in the right place. I'm
Yeah,
convinced.
yeah. There's a bunch of cafes along here, and you can go in and order, or sit out here and order, and they'll bring it out to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've walked through there in the summertime.
How did you get that shot, Dean? Were you standing on one of those balconies, or did you use the?
No, there's a road that goes across. You can see part of the bridge right here, and I was just standing on the sidewalk of the bridge and took it
Yeah.
down with my old Nikon camera.
I know there are multiple levels to that Riverwalk. It's a pretty amazing thing.
Yeah. And it's the constant water level, but every year they have to drain it to clean it out because people throw trash and stuff in there, and
Oh yeah.
so once a year they completely drain it out and pull out all the stuff they find in there. You'd be amazed at what people throw in there. But they do that once a year, and that's probably coming up somewhere in January or February is when they do it.
Tomas, glad you're back home, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. So who was looking for? You just had a message up. I didn't notice who posted.
Unlimited vertigo.
Yeah. So, do you want that to? Because I've made selfie sticks from this long to pretty long. I made a small one to put on the top of my car so that I could hold a 360 camera without it being too high. But still wanted some height on it. But if you just want metal on top of a stick, I could make something like that. But if you want a magnet up there, that could be done too, I guess. But
Infinity Gaming, good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Hang on a minute, guys.
Okay.
Gone again.
busy day.
You know, off to a family early Christmas function tomorrow.
Oh, yeah?
A lot of the family won't be around on Christmas Day. Some of them are, you know, on holidays and interstate and that sort of stuff. So
Sure.
yeah, so we're getting the whole family together tomorrow and tomorrow afternoon for a bit of a get together. So it should be good.
All right.
Yeah,
Hey,
great.
Alex, you have a good day, brother.
Yeah, that's good stuff when you can get together with family.
Yeah.
So he's saying he can print a 3D one with the GoPro adapter, but he wants to go without the GoPro hardware.
So what do you want on top? Just a piece of metal, or do you want a magnet? I could do this for you. I could easily do this for you. I design that kind of stuff all the time. And how long? Not time. What measurement, distance would you like?
At all the specs.
Oh, I have one of those.
Man, I wish it'd clear up.
Yeah, we're
I
gonna
think
have
we'll
some,
fly anyway.
we're gonna have some beautiful weather here this week, like in the 40s and 50s in the morning and 72 in the afternoon.
Well, it was fairly warm this morning compared to other mornings during the week, man. I went out in my truck, it was down to like 24 degrees one morning.
Wow.
I'm like, what in the world?
Yeah, we've just barely got to freezing one time so far this year here.
Well, that low of a temperature this early in the year or this early this winter season is unusual for Virginia.
There's the shortest one I've made. And what I've done is I inserted a nut rather, down here. You can't really see it inside, but then and a bolt up here. I just made this adapter that holds them in place. So, and that could be any length, virtually any length. I could put a GoPro mount down here. So tell me what length you'd like. And I don't know if you can find me on Facebook.
That's probably a quarter 20, right?
It's quarter 20. Yes, exactly right. So I could put this on a tripod or.
Yeah, that would fit any standard camera mount.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what this is.
Cool.
Yeah. And I make some long ones, as long as my printer will go catty corner. So it's a 250 millimeter by 200 millimeter. So that would be about, 335 millimeters, I guess, a catty corner. That's the longest one I can make.
He goes, thanks for the offer, Dennis. Awfully kind. I can print one myself. Maybe I'm just looking for an excuse to buy the Ulanzi stick as a Christmas gift to myself.
Well, that's certainly an option.
Yeah.
I'd be happy to send you a design for one if you like. Then you can print that. It's your choice.
You all right, Dean?
Uh-oh, he's missing.
Yeah, Thomas says it was minus 5 Celsius over there the last few nights. It's getting a bit cool.
Yeah, that's 20.
We had minus 3 Celsius here in Georgia
Oh, okay.
a few days ago.
Yeah, we had quite a bit of rain around the state this week, the last few days. Had some floods up in the north of the state and a lot of flooding over in the eastern side of the state too. But
Oh my goodness.
yeah, that's almost over now. It's the weather system's heading off into the Tasman Sea over towards New Zealand. So
It was I guess you call them typhoons over there, right?
no, it wasn't as bad as that. It was just a storm system.
Okay.
Yeah. But had a fair bit of rain. Some places had up around 200 millimetres, which is getting up towards 8-9 inches or so. Yeah, which that gets all the rivers flowing.
So, yeah, we've been at it for an hour, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and end this one because I got some stuff I need to get done before it gets too late.
Okay, and if anybody was curious, I didn't get an answer when I called Susan Lee, so I'll try her again later.
Yeah, I've been wondering what's happened to her.
Yeah, I tried once before and wasn't able to reach her. It's been a long time since I've seen her on any live stream, but I miss her. She's quite the lady.
Yeah.
Sorry, I missed that. Who are you talking about?
Susan Lee.
Oh, yeah. I haven't seen her on anything in a long time. For a while, she was putting up some videos that were taken by her kids.
Yeah, her son was doing that for
Yeah,
her.
but
Yeah.
I haven't seen or heard anything from her in a long time.
And her son is Mr. Doughboy 365.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, she's a nice lady.
She is for sure. All right, Rodney. Well, thanks for hosting all of us.
Yes,
Yeah,
thanks for that.
you're welcome. Glad you guys could join in.
Yeah.
Glad we could.
I don't often get in, but I decided I would this morning. I didn't have anything else I had to do early, so
Well, I'm glad you.
I will see you soon.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye, Dean.
And you have
All
a
right.
good one.
You
Bye
too.
bye.
Bye.
Peter.
Okay.
Have a good
Bye,
one, brother.
Rodney. Thanks for letting me in, and catch you next time, perhaps.
All righty. All
Okay.
right. Good night.
Bye, everyone.
Everybody in the chat, thank you so much for being here. Do appreciate it. Don't forget tomorrow morning, the Sunday Sunrise crew, starting with Drone Bum and Charlie. I'll include Charlie because Charlie's usually with Drone Bum. And they'll start us off, and then they'll come to me here in Virginia. Hopefully we'll have better weather and a nice sunrise. Then we'll go to Dennis said he wasn't going to be doing a live stream tomorrow because he's going to be at the rehearsal. So we won't be seeing Dennis tomorrow. So that means Chris Hope will be following me, and there'll be some time between me and him. So, but anyway, then following Chris Hope will of course be Johnny Drone Flyer with Drones and Coffee. Anyway, folks, you all have a great weekend. And again, thank you for being here. Love y'all. Bye now.